So I'm here with Matt Brader from Lenovo, and what's going on, by the way? I think what's really interesting about this room, and I just talked about it, you have these legacy brands, Motorola, you got ThinkPad, all these things, but now we're thinking differently. Foldable screens, detachable keyboards, everything's kind of going crazy here. Can you give me like a quick idea of what happened on the thought process of where you're going?
Yeah, so with Lenovo, I mean, we're now the world's #1 maker of PCs. I mean, and so we really feel as though we're helping to drive the category. We use a lot of consumer research to help us and understand what are the pain points consumers have, what are the things they want to be able to do, and then we apply new technologies to be able to solve for that. So we've got world's first foldable PC as an example.
That's impressive.
Game changer of now all of a sudden I go from a a traditional laptop type of configuration to now I can open that up to full screen. So if I want to leverage it for entertainment, now all of a sudden my entertainment experience kind of explodes into something totally new. And my graphical and my way I interact with that device also becomes new, where I can leverage a keyboard type of configuration, and then I can turn that into a screen to be able to operate in new ways. Windows has already announced, Microsoft Windows has announced a new operating system that'll be coming this fall that is going to game change the way things work from a dual screen capability, from a foldable capability, and so we're really excited about that. On top of that, things like we've got the world's first 5G PC. So once again, now, if I'm a mobile professional, if I'm somebody who's on the go,
you're connected.
I'm connected no matter what, right?
It's been really interesting to see how tactile everything's becoming and how modular. If you don't want it like this, have it like this. It's like no longer a rigid system of like squares and rectangles, and that's what you get. Now, if you're creative, you can have your own assembly, kind of.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not just a box.
No,
right?
exactly.
It's not a screen
you
and a keyboard
and that's it. Yeah, it's crazy. You actually listen to people. It's amazing. Who would have thought? I mean, what I love is how you took older legacies like the Razer, right?
Yes.
The Motorola Razer, everybody had that phone at some point, and now we have it with the new technology, the foldable screen.
Yes.
Which is, it's smart, right? The marketing, we know that name, now we get the new technology.
Yeah. When even in a, so if I'm a designer, as an example, we've got screens we'll have an LCD screen, we have an e-ink screen. We've got that in our ThinkPad, our ThinkBook Plus as well, where if I've got my laptop, I've got a keyboard, I've got a screen. On the outside, I actually have an e-ink screen, so it can be closed. I can use it as an e-reader, I can use it to sketch, take notes, whatever the case may be. And so you get now new ways to engage with your PCs, right? I've got keyboard, I've got touch, I've got pen, I've got voice interaction. So we've got a new industry first, we've got a smart light that we connect to be able to give you, while your screen is closed, while it's asleep, you can still engage with voice. To be able to say, hey, what's the weather, play some music, check my schedule, all just being able to leverage your voice. And so your ways to engage with the device go into whole new levels.
Yeah, I think you've definitely allowed people to have all the same device. 10 people can use it completely differently.
Yes.
It's pretty incredible. So where do you think you're going from this? Is it all going to be foldable? You're going to roll it up? What are we doing next?
Well, I mean, definitely thinner, lighter will always be an issue that will always continue to chase. Longer battery lives continue to be an issue. So I mean, I think the key is like understanding the different users and what they want to be able to go do. For sure, foldable is going to be a technology that you're going to continue to see that evolve over time. It's going to be, it's starting a little expensive, but it's brand new innovation, and you're going to be able to see people be able to take advantage of that. But then we're also trying to get the creators, as an example. We've got 5 new devices that are all dedicated for creators to help them in what they're trying to go do. Because one of the things we saw is we had a lot of our traditional laptops, we saw gaming laptops that were targeted after gamers. We saw a lot of graphics professionals grabbing into those devices for the power and the performance and that graphics capability they wanted. Well, now instead of like forcing them into a gamer first design and unique elements there, we're trying to get to them as something that gives them the aesthetics that they want in the device, as well as that performance that they need.
Yeah, you've clearly listened and watched and observed and now actually applied it, which is amazing, right? Because usually we're told what to buy. Now you're like, wait, what do you guys need? And you kind of built it. Congratulations, huge release, super exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So I'm here in the MSI room with Tony, and you guys have 2 new flagships, a content creation line going on. MSI is known for like power, just like raw power in their machines. So what's going on with these 2 right here?
Yeah, so the GE66 right here is a shrunken down version of our award-winning GT76. So it's beefy, maximum power, but it's a little bit too big. So we shrunk it down into the GE line and have the same DNA, but more on the go for enthusiasts. So what we have here is
It's pretty sleek and minimal.
Yeah.
So that's the new lights?
Yeah, the panoramic aura lighting. And so you can sync it up with your keyboard and gameplay. So it's more immersive, so if you're an RGB fan, you're gonna love this. And what's great about this is the 300 hertz refresh rate on the display. And it also has a 1080p camera, so when you're live streaming, your reactions will be crisper, cleaner.
Yeah.
It also is rocking a 99.9 watt-hour battery, so that's the most legal limit you can carry with you on the airplane.
It's the legal limit.
Yeah, so this is the maximum power you can get within, like
well, how many hours are we talking?
I can.
Depending on what you're doing.
Depending on what you're doing, so it's hard to say right now. I don't have the numbers right now to give you.
Okay.
For the gaming enthusiast, this is what you want, a GE66.
So this is pretty much, if you're a gamer but you have a daytime, you have a real job.
Yeah.
And you gotta keep it low key, right?
Yeah. So right here, the GS is more sleek, more subtle. We dropped the gold accents and made it completely black. So whether you're in a coffee shop, you can game, you can do business. It's all very subtle. And thin and light, carryable, and it's just redesigned to be stronger as well. Like you check out the chassis, less flex and better sound too. Because what we've been doing is trying to refine the laptop.
Okay.
Last year's model, sound was muffled because it was downward facing the sound. Now it's up and to the side.
Oh, perfect.
So more clarity, more decibels, better gaming.
But you get the power to get your job done and play.
Yes.
So it's pretty much of you're a grown-up gamer and you're trying to figure out what you're doing with your life.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. You can be in a suit and tie, you can game with this, and it matches very well.
What are those over there?
These are our new content creation series. The Creator 17 with mini LED. So this is the first to market with the mini LED display. And what makes this great is it goes up to 1,000 nits. And it's HDR 1000. Blacker blacks, better contrast ratio.
Yeah, it's really vivid, dynamic color, but it's true color, like it's calibrated.
Exactly.
Yeah, so what is mini LED?
Mini LED is essentially a new technology that is similar to OLED, but better benefits. So the downside of OLED is go up to maybe 400 nits. This goes up to 1,000.
Right.
And there is no burn-in. So this is completely new, and we're very proud to bring it first to market.
Yeah, burn-in was plaguing OLED for a bit, and the real benefit to me of OLED is that the black is actually black, like there's no actual light transmission.
Exactly.
So you have that, but then you're gonna tell me you have more color dynamic range?
Yeah, so usually the industry is like sRGB,
right.
Color gamut. So this is DCI-P3. So
Okay.
it's more digital cinematics. So it's more enterprise level. So if you're really serious about 4K editing, creating movies, Photoshop, whatever the case may be, this is the very best display for you.
Yeah, I mean, you labeled them the content creation laptop, and I think you nailed that pretty much, because one thing that's key is what we're seeing is what we get.
Yes.
Right? And we're dealing with bigger files, more depth to our pixels than ever before, more bits in color than ever before. We need the machine to do it, right?
Exactly.
So what's going, are you going to push more into the content creation, you think, MSI? Is this just a start?
We've been trying to push, obviously we're known for gaming, but we've been trying to make machines that's more tailored for content creators, because you need more power, more performance, and that has been there in the market in a very long time, and we're trying to be at the forefront of that and bringing that to consumers that really need it.
All right, well, this is super exciting. We'll keep an eye out on the content creation line. We use the MSI laptops on our Twitch channel at Adorama,
right.
So I'm very familiar with that. Great performance. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, so CES is enormous, but we found this secret location with Wacom, and Ulysses, you're going to take a walk through the new product, which I think is brilliant, because we see the Cintiqs, they're huge, they're grand, and it's kind of like intimidating for someone who's trying to get into the system, right?
Right, so we just started, we launched our new product. This is the Wacom One. This is our latest and greatest display. This is our most inexpensive display. What we did was we took the best and the most commonly used features of our Cintiq Pro, reduced it, and put it in a small package for a better pricing.
So what's the price point for this?
For the US, it would be $399.
All right, great. So what are the best things with Cintiq that are in here?
The best of the Cintiqs that are in here, pressure points, the feel of the paper with the new pen. The display will be compatible with a number of pens, branded pens that will come out, so there will be a plethora of pens available for this.
But you got this new one here, right?
This one is a brand new one as well. It's not for the Cintiq, but it's for 2-in-1 laptops.
Oh, okay, cool.
So this would be available. We have two versions of this. We have the Bamboo Ink and we have the Bamboo Ink Plus, and they're both available today for 2-in-1 laptops.
That's fantastic. I think with your company, it's been like people want to use the tablet, they hear these great things about it, but there is a learning curve to it. So I think taking down that barrier of entry with something that's affordable, it still gives you all the ability of the higher end, is a great way to do it. So very smart, I think it's great.
Introductory product for people who want to create.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for your time and letting us in here. I know we got to get out of here, but thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
So I'm here with Leon from Razer, and your company is super hot right now in gaming. It's been growing crazy, and we actually have it in Adorama. So I wanted to get you guys like an introduction to our audience.
Cool.
You're not just gaming; you got a lot of high-powered machines for content creation as well, right?
Yep, we got a lot of those.
What do you got?
All right. Oh, okay. Sorry, you're cueing me. Basically, we have our Studio Edition, which we actually designed basically for Creator Edition for creators. This one's a little bit special. It actually has an RTX Quadro 5000, which means it's not just your regular gaming graphics card. It's perfect for people who want to do rendering, animations. They need all of those CUDA cores to do whatever they need to do, right? It also has an SD card on the side, which is even more for those photographers who want something where they have easy access. And the screen, of course, is another part. This is a 4K display.
Yeah, this looks amazing, by the way.
Yeah, so this is a 4K display. It's an OLED, so you get all of those vibrant colors, the bright whites, the rich dark blacks, and this is what we see perfect for gaming. We actually have a lot of commercial users using something like this. They do film work, and they actually render in real time.
Oh, nice.
And so this is 8K film being rendered live.
Yeah, you need all that power for the resolutions we're getting into, the bit depths that we're getting into, you need that power.
Yes.
So a lot of people are going into gaming machines for that, even though they're not really...
Well, I mean, it's a gaming machine, but it's great for high performance computing, right? So whatever you need it for. We also have some other new displays that we're going to be talking about. We're leading the market in display technologies. So right here we have two 300 hertz panels. This is something that we're releasing next year. It has the latest in Intel processors, so it'll be an Intel 10th gen, and it has the capability of hitting 5 gigahertz.
Oh,
so that's a lot of cores to do whatever processes you need.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Yeah.
What's on this other side over here?
So right here, we actually have a core GPU. If you guys want to swing around here, you guys can see. This is a Core X Chroma. This is an eGPU, so if you don't have a powerful gaming laptop and you need that graphics performance, you can use something like this where Thunderbolt 3 is supported, and you can put in a full-size desktop graphics card, and you can use that and harness that power for whatever creative applications you want to use it for.
All right, great. So pretty much you're just raw power, and you've found a way to apply it not just to game but to actual creation. Because now you're not just gaming; you're creating content based on that gaming. You're streaming.
Correct.
I mean, we just launched our Twitch channel earlier this year, so we have a lot of people getting into that realm of it. And you need these you need the tools to play the game, pretty much, right?
Yeah, definitely. And this is one of the tools to help those who are branching into that segment space. They need to have that flexibility. They need to be mobile with a small laptop, but they want the power of something larger.
All right, great, man. Well, thank you so much. We're going to check out the rest of your booth. Razer, thanks for your time, Leon.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks.
So we had to stop by the Insta360 booth. My boy Michael here is showing me the ONE R. But it looks, on the surface, it looks like, oh, it's another one of these. But it's not another one of these, is it?
It's not. It's
Swiss Army knife a bit.
It's the world's first adaptable modular action camera.
That's a mouthful.
So what you have here is you have 3 different pieces. You have the battery, you have the control module that has a touch screen on it, and these just pull apart. And what you can do is you can add a standard 4K 60 wide angle mod, right?
Okay.
And the really cool part about that is if you're an action camera user, you have your screen on this side. But if you're a vlogger,
you can face it the other way.
You can flip the screen.
So you're really making your own camera. There's no more like, oh, I wish it had this. Well, make it have that.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's been other action camera manufacturers that have put out a front-facing screen and a rear-facing screen, but we think this is more efficient. There's less that can go wrong.
There's so many pieces.
Table, sorry. There's less that can break. There's less that can go wrong. It's less power draw. It's more efficient to have it this way. And then kind of like the creme de la creme of this. The reason why this is such a an exciting camera is because we have a partner. You may have heard of them, Leica.
Little company.
Little
just
100-year-old
a slight legacy,
company,
right?
And they've co-engineered our newest lens attachment to this, and we like to be the first to do a lot of things. And what this is it's the first 1-inch sensor for an action camera.
Yeah, so that's a big deal. Better and lower light. We got a lot of also Leica engineering. This means that you got the glass, you got color science in there, right? We're talking about image quality here.
They've essentially worked with us from the ground up on the hardware and the software to optimize the entire shoot parameters on it. And when I use this seems like a high ISO DSLR camera with the night shots. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to have Leica's blessing says a lot, right?
Absolutely.
But I mean, the ability to not go like, oh, I wish it had this. No, you just have to make it that. And then instead of looking for a camera that has another feature, you just flip it around, do whatever you want.
And so a lot of people ask me like, well, why did you guys go with this modular design, right? And it's simple, right? So not only can you, with non-modular designs, you can add lenses, but the sensor remains the same.
Right.
For each of these modules that I have in front of me, the sensor and the lens get swapped out. So you really can optimize your shooting parameters for whatever you need to shoot. And then at the same time, people are asking, well, you guys are Insta360. Why are you not focusing on 360 cameras? And you know, for us, it's we kind of come at it from the other side, right? We've revolutionized the 360 camera industry, but what we've now achieved is we've shown that you don't always need to shoot 360 footage.
Right.
You know, you can, and you can reframe and free capture everything that you need, but sometimes you just like the skier that has the camera mounted on their chest.
Right.
You're not going to need like a black 180 background. And so what we realized is unless we build in a 12K resolution sensor in our 360, you're never going to be able to compete with a fixed angle 4K 60 sensor.
No, yeah, and if you keep swapping out the sensor and the glass, they're engineered together to work optimally. It's not glass on top of something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this also opens up the ecosystem for other things like ND filters. So this is a lens protector here. We really want this to be an open-ended system. So a standard attachable mount will allow third-party partners to come in and make their own designs and attachments.
Okay, so we got image quality down. You got that like dialed in, optimal. Audio.
Oh, great question. So not only have we upgraded the internal mics in this camera to be noise cancel out the wind.
Oh, really? Okay.
But we've also added the ability to record audio to an external mic from Type C to 3.5 millimeter.
Really?
And then there's a third way of recording audio. So you can record audio for any vloggers.
That's actually a pretty big deal. We just glossed over that, but C to 3.5 is a pretty big deal.
It's the quality is fantastic, and it bakes it right into the tracks. You know, it syncs it automatically for you.
Yeah.
And then the third way of recording audio. This might be my favorite way. So for any vloggers out there, you can record audio onto any Bluetooth-enabled headset. So if you have AirPods and you have your AirPods in, you can sync the AirPods via Bluetooth to the camera and record audio directly into the headphones.
Oh wow. Wow, you guys thought of a lot. You thought of every angle 360.
We did.
Don't put that in there. He's going to put it in there anyway. All right, cool. What's a price point?
So there's 3 different versions. The one that we're most excited about is the Twin Edition. With the Twin Edition, you're going to get the 4K 60 module, the 360 mod, the control mod, and the battery, all for less than the cost of a GoPro Max. So you're going to pay $479 for that bundle. And then if you want to get the Leica lens attachment as well, you can pay another $299 and get the Leica. But any one of these setups you can purchase as a standalone setup. You can just get the 4K setup for $299. You can get the 360 setup for $429, or the Leica setup for, I think it's $549.
So if you think you're not even going to bother with 360, you can make it. You can go the other way with it. Yeah. So that's pretty great. Availability?
It's available for pre-order now.
Okay.
And it will be shipping sometime in the next week or 2.
All right, cool, man. You guys have always put out something very odd. Like I always have to think about it for a minute, then I go, yeah, that is a great idea. So nice job on this one, man.
Well, thank you. And that's just the hardware side. There's a plethora of these AI features that we've built into the software. So we're the first company that's put out an auto frame option. So with auto frame, we look at reframing as a gift, but some people look at it as a curse, because having unlimited options to reframe your 360 footage for people that don't have editing experience can be a little bit cumbersome sometimes.
Yeah.
So what we've done is with auto frame, it's going to to automatically take your 360 video and chop it up into reframe 2D shots, and it'll serve those to you with one touch of a button inside of your app.
So you shoot 360, but you can pick what you want from it.
The app will pick for you,
and
it'll recommend reframe parts of your 360 video.
So if you're someone that has no idea what to do in post, yeah, they got you covered.
Exactly.
Wow.
And then you can take each of those clips and you can play around with each one of those. It's a nice starting point, or you can take it as it's served out.
Wow. Wow, well done.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
Thanks so much for your time,
Thank
Mike.
you.
We're going to take a look
Appreciate
at
it.
everything else.
Sounds great, yeah.
Enjoy your CES.
Thank you. Let me know if you have any more questions.
Oh, I will.
All right.
Just a conversation.
That's the Easter egg, see?